So sick of my cousin coming in and playing Xbox. I'm gonna ban this little nigga. He fucking up my shit, downloading shit I don't want, bro. Fucking sick of it. Broke my fucking laptop too, bro. Almost broke his face, bro. For real. Yeah, for real, bro. Serious, almost clocked him. I'm like, what the fuck you breaking my shit for? Fucking dude. I don't know. And then I gotta find out on fucking to stream on YouTube. I gotta get like 50 subscribers and shit, which is fucking stupid. But I get it. You feel me?
Said the stream on YouTube?
Yeah, to stream on YouTube.
You don't need 50 subscribers to stream on YouTube.
Yeah, the live stream, yeah, you do, apparently.
Nah, you don't. I don't have any subs that I'd be live streaming on YouTube.
On your phone?
Yeah.
How many subscribers do you have?
3.
What?
Yeah, I got 3
Bullshit.
subscribers.
Bullshit. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, bro. I can't on your phone. Yeah, you had to. I have to reach 50 subscribers.
That's insane.
Yeah, bro. Shit is crazy though. I got Ghetto Betty in here. Ghetto Betty. Dude, my camera quality is dog shit. I need to get one of those 4K HDR cameras. Okay. Okay. Actually, can you do me a favor? Could you actually or wait, hold on. I'm looking at this shit right now. Okay, so guys, YouTubers, my fellow YouTubers, we are gonna take off this piece of shit earphone. My fellow gooners, okay? We are literally going to be watching this video. Okay, so this video, for those of you who don't know and shit like that, is essentially somebody recommended it to me, right? I don't even know how. I don't even know why. I'm gonna pull it up here and stuff. I don't even know who. I didn't even know who this guy was and shit. John, I'll call you back in a sec.
Alright.
I didn't even know who this guy was until somebody, you know, I guess put me onto him and shit. Yeah, bro. Shit's crazy. Let's figure out together who Daniel Larson really is and shit like that, man. I've been told by multiple people to look this dude up. Should make this one of my stream things. It's one of my second stream on here and stuff. So we're about to look this shit up, dude. But here, which one should I choose? Which one was I on? I was on let's do this one because I heard this one.
While there's no shortage of reasons for Daniel Larson to be put behind bars,
I sent unsolicited pictures of myself to Grace when she was a minor and to other minors.
Okay, off rip, bro. Off rip. I'm just like, bro, like this dude's a demon. I heard about the toothbrush shit. I heard about the pencil shit, but this is just already, bro. Like I've heard some shit about this dude, but yeah.
the actual reason for his charges can be roughly placed at the beginning of 2024. On the 8th of January, he posted this to his YouTube channel.
If I don't get the documentation proving that I'm trespassed, it's all fake.
This video was actually uploaded twice, under the titles Hotel Security claiming that I am trespassed without legal proof or paperwork by law enforcement, and Daniel Larson getting threatened and harassed by hotel security at Denver International Airport. Given his propensity to go to places like airports and malls to sleep or score some food, they're the most likely cause of this minor incident. The only additional information about the lead up to this was text posts on his TikTok where he claimed to be working with the FBI against his trolls, and that he had $600 stolen from him. Although he was officially booked the same day, it doesn't look like he was kept in custody for any significant amount of time, meaning he was let go with a warning. A warning that he didn't listen to, as on the very next day, he went right back to the airport so that he could go to the Canvas Credit Union to see about his bank account being drained by DLR Records and Entertainment. As you can see, the initially claimed $600 turns into $950 in a single day. How violent are these interest rates on Danderson? In reality, this is the same fake banking app he's always used to make this kind of post, but usually it's to get people's sympathy and donations. This time, it seems like he actually tricked himself into thinking he was getting his real bank account drained, which led him back to the airport where he'd already been threatened with being trespassed, like a moth to a flame. The only archive
Like a
of
moth
the
to-
live stream he did on the 9th comes from the YouTube channel Larsonian Institute, which gave
Larsonian
context for the
Institute.
footage in the description. At
Oh, look at
approximately
that.
4 p.m., Daniel was at the Canvas Credit Union inside the Denver International Airport, claiming that his original intent was to get a debit card. During the live stream on TikTok, there were 3 people visible. Daniel was seated in a chair, charging his phone and streaming, while a police officer was standing before him, along with airport security and a female who appeared to be working for the bank. Earlier in the stream, Daniel says multiple times, "I'd be more than happy to just leave," and the officer claims that he was already asked multiple times to leave and didn't comply. During the interaction, Daniel mentions his probation, and it's discussed that the officer will tell Daniel's probation officer what will happen. It is not known why the police were involved in the incident. From the footage of the live stream, Daniel surrendered and ended the live after the officer asked him to stand up. Meanwhile, if you take a look at the footage itself, we find out just how bad Daniel's legal situation already was at this point.
So in addition to the 2 warrants that we're going to take you on today, you have 3 additional warrants that are not extraditable out of Denver that you need to go take care of.
I am aware.
Okay, so that's 5.
And then I was also, like I said, I came here to the Canvas Credit Union because I had
I'm going to tell you that's not going to fly today.
I-
Airport office is going to explain that to you, so we can quit going over that piece of information.
While the airport security officer later mentions that Daniel won't be charged with trespassing for having gone to the bank without a boarding pass, the police officer mentioned a total of 5 warrants on Daniel that aren't extraditable
5
out of Denver,
warrants?
meaning his presence in an airport could indicate a flight risk. Interestingly enough, Daniel is only acting calm during this stream because he eventually uploaded a few videos of the moments preceding it where he was arguing and trying to justify him being there to the officer.
I just did business here.
Sure.
I'm waiting.
No, you have a boarding pass.
What?
You have a boarding pass.
I was at the Canvas
No,
Credit Union.
sir.
I don't
Sir.
know. I don't know why you are treating me this way. I went to Canvas Credit Union.
Do you have ID on you?
I do,
I can see it, please.
but I don't
It's
need
not a
it.
request.
I
This
would
is
be
where
more
we're
than
at.
happy to leave. I'm not
I
past
asked you that
security.
already. I asked you that already. Okay? And you chose not to. So we're going to advise you on trespass.
I don't need a trespass. Like
Right.
this is straight up harassment. I would be
This is
more
crazy.
than happy to just leave.
Well, we'll address that here in a minute, but along with some other business.
But I did come from Boulder, Colorado,
Okay?
because I had another appointment, and then I
Where
went.
was that at?
I'm not obligated to say.
No, you're not. But was it here?
And then I came
Was it
here. No. And then I have another meeting tomorrow back in Boulder with my probation.
When you're on probation?
I'm not obligated to
Actually,
say.
you are. It's part of conditions of your probation.
I am on probation for trespass
'Cause- well,
from a different location
Okay.
for a misunderstanding.
He don't want to
As
say
the
another
officer
airport.
calls it in, he mentions that they were in the airport's
He's already
chapel
lied,
and
bro.
not
He's
the
already
credit
lied.
union, meaning Daniel probably
He's on
hurried to the
probation
chapel
already.
when he
He's
saw the
pushing.
officer coming for him in an attempt to hide. When this didn't work, he started telling the officer that he was on his way to court anyway, which, if it's not already clear, is an absolute lie. If he's on his way to court, why is he at the airport? It's funny how he randomly rats himself out for being on probation for trespassing while he's trying to convince this cop that he wasn't trespassing this time. Following the incident, Daniel's record in Denver included 2 offenses: failure to appear in court and destruction of private property, with a court date scheduled for late January. His bond here is listed at being $500, but it appears he was released on a personal recognizance bond, which is when a defendant is trusted and expected to appear in court and abide by whatever bond conditions are offered. I think anyone remotely familiar with Daniel can attest to this being a terrible mistake.
My inspiration behind it.
So listen, right? So off rip, right? Okay. Whatever judge in their right mind Like, if I look at this dude, and I'm thinking, is this dude a flight? This dude's 1000% a flight risk. Like, look at him, bro. Like, how the fuck? Oh, like, this is crazy, bro. He said it in the video. Like, he took the words right out of my mouth, bro.
This haircut, I wanted it to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger got struck by lightning, just like Albert Einstein.
After his release, Daniel immediately took to social media to try and recontextualize what happened, making himself look like the victim of persecution. During the stream, the officer informed Daniel that the reason they knew he was holed up in the chapel was because another guy in the chapel had flagged him. You can imagine how easy it must have been to notice a stinking and unkept Daniel Larson trying to hide from the police in the same room as you. In an attempt to get revenge on this guy, he secretly recorded a video of him and uploaded it under the title, "This crazy mentally ill person called the police on me and got me trespassed and arrested today." In the video, the guy seems to exhibit some Tourette's tics, which may be why Daniel described him that way. A few days later, Daniel made a flurry of posts to his YouTube to update his loyal following on his legal status.
I missed Boulder County probation today because I'm out of money from getting arrested at Denver International Airport. I have showed my pay stubs to my probation officers and my case manager out of CU Boulder. I had to turn myself in last week to Denver Police for my warrant from 2020. The Denver County Police Department is aware of my warrants out of California and New York, Manhattan. I am now being told that they are aware of me not paying my taxes and will keep an eye on how much I make. Denver County Police Department is now trying to frame me and claiming that I am a burglar when nothing has ever happened. I'm being told by law enforcement and probation, no more excuses, housing or jail. The courts are claiming that Grace VanderWaal needs to come to Colorado to the courtroom if she has an issue with anything.
I like how his arrest due to trespassing suddenly morphs into him turning himself in halfway through his uploads, and he just has to conclude it by trying to get Grace VanderWaal to show up in court. Some things never change.
Grace ended up having sex
appointments, which could be him preemptively coming up with excuses for his inevitable capture due to probation violations, rather than missed appointments. His court date was set for the 23rd of that month. Care to guess what our boy was up to that day?
I am doing a fan meetup today at the Aurora Mall. $20 for unlimited pictures.
Most of his uploads from this day are recorded and posted from this mall, where he announces that he'd started college the day before, which is part of an elaborate ruse conducted by trolls who got on Zoom calls with him and just gave him fake information.
Now, the first king of ancient Texas, his name was Ashid Anfarad, and he was the first king. Now, that's important to remember because that will be on one of the quizzes that we have next week. All right? So if you need to, take a screenshot of my presentation.
I think I saw this guy at a museum one time.
He invented the Caesar salad. He was the first leader of the United Nations, and he was the first person in the world to use pronouns. All right. Julius Caesar was addicted to nicotine, and you eventually banished all nicotine and nicotine users to Mexico.
Given that Daniel posted pictures of multiple plates of food, he was either with someone that day who paid for the meal, who may be these guys, or he was committing the crime of dine and dashing on the same day he was supposed to attend court. His criminal behavior also seems to have altered the course of his music career, marking his transition from pop to gritty gangster rap.
I have 2 rap songs dropping by March 2024. Don't ever think about dropping a song the same day I drop my music. You will get wiped out financially.
A few weeks passed by before he saw any sign of trouble, until suddenly, as he streamed in the early morning of February 3rd, he seemed pretty rattled.
I might have to go on lockdown. I don't know what the that car was doing. That's the 3rd time I've seen the same police officer follow me. Not like they can do anything. They're not after me. I haven't done anything. So they can't legally do anything.
He tried to calm
They're like
himself down a
stalkers,
bit by
man.
talking about what he was going to get for lunch and discussing how college students, whom he refers to as teenagers, were just getting out of class and were causing a ruckus in his area.
Fridays and weekends are terrible. Summer break is good, winter break is good, as long as it's not snowing.
This attempt was not working, as Daniel could be heard breathing heavily and walking faster, exhibiting clear signs of paranoia. Meanwhile, his bird of prey-like eyes darted all around. The one thing that his paranoia didn't seem to affect was his delusions, which remained as strong as ever.
I still need to also come up with $700 starting tomorrow, next week, in the hotel. Well, I have class in an hour. It's the music class,
Oh my God, the
but
big
I don't
university.
have the music for it because they wanted me to use BandLab, and if they're not going to go over how to make the song in the class, they just say, oh, here, use this platform, do it. I'm getting so many gifts in this live stream, I might as well get an apartment tomorrow.
The gifts he got during the stream amounted to about $500 if his count is to be trusted. But still, that's not enough for an apartment. So what Daniel is probably trying to say is that he wants to spend it all on an expensive room and then go back to being homeless 2 days later, stealing food and electricity from a mall. As the stream goes on, he complains about not having music production know-how and claims that Clark should learn and do it for him. For those of you who haven't seen the previous videos, ever since Daniel has had an online presence, he's always maintained a delusion that he's a successful singer-songwriter. And one of the ways trolls found to successfully capture his attention is to present themselves as a record label representative or manager. Clark was the last person to play the role of Daniel's manager, mostly during the year of 2023. And he was particularly infamous for mindlessly enabling Daniel. After complaining about him, Daniel follows up with the announcement he will be running for UCLA government.
It is true, I am running for the UCLA government, and the elections are today. I did find out where the drones were coming from, so UCLA is working with the Chinese government. I was being told that people are being followed by the Chinese government on and off campus. And also, there is no drones, so stop talking about the drones.
It's funny that the people in the chat keep talking about drones to try and make him even more paranoid. Later on, he announces that he will be purposely violating his probation.
I'm gonna be possibly in a new movie, so I'm gonna be traveling. Whether the probation allows it or not. I've already been accepted. Not like I can just quit that job.
As he grows increasingly concerned about being followed, he basically starts stimming about his manager, Clark, Bob, and Tina, and Grace Vanderwall, blaming them for his life being messed up and him being homeless. I realize that some of you guys may not know who any of these people are, so I'll explain them as quick as I can. Besides Clark, whom we've already introduced, we have Bob, a longtime patron of Daniel, who basically adopted the role of his caretaker after his family could no longer handle him. His presence in Daniel's life can be summarized in him occasionally sending Daniel some money, which he always spends all at once in stupid ways. And whenever Daniel gets arrested, Bob is the one who bails him out and sets him up with a new phone, which restarts the Larson cycle. And I can't forget to mention that Daniel's only way of repaying him for these acts of charity is by blaming him for not helping enough and gaslighting him, which sometimes evolves to outright physical violence.
Calling the police. Hey.
No, you're not helping me. You're not helping.
You're hitting me.
But you're not helping me. The motel threatened to kill me.
We also have Grace Vanderwall, a singer among many other teen and preteen stars that Daniel was obsessed with when he started posting online, and Tina Vanderwall, Grace's mother. While the trolls pretended to be pretty much everybody Daniel was infatuated with, for whatever reason, Grace was the one he latched onto the most, as he believed that she was genuinely dating him and was going to buy him a house and go on a world tour with him. But before I go any further in this video, I have to sell things. This video is brought to you by the Turkey Tom Shaker Cup, available for a limited time only. This is actually my first time being outside ever, because outside of this, I spend a lot of time locked in on the computer, and you know I gotta have my caffeine. And what better way to do it than with this cup and its epic design? It's got the Guno meter right here, so as it fills up, you can see the different tiers. It's dangerous, it's dark, it might get you put on a watch list, but that's fine because the federal government actually can't legally take away your GamerSupps cup. This is true, it's verified by true American patriots, and if they do take it away from you, you can personally call Donald Trump and have him him get you out of jail. Not to mention, GamerSupps has 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and less than 1 calorie. Can you believe it? GamerSupps is also cheaper than energy drinks and soda, and there's no crash from this delicious, absolutely tasty meal. So use code TOM for 10% off right now at gamersupps.gg. I repeat, code TOM. Link in the description to get this epic new shaker cup. You're gonna want it, you're gonna need it. Get it before it's gone. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. All right, so back to the stream we were talking about before. Eventually, you can hear sirens in the background, which sends Daniel into an even deeper state of paranoia as he argues with his chat.
The cops are not coming, guys. LOL.
Just a few minutes before the stream was abruptly ended, Daniel walked into some sort of open establishment and suddenly started loudly talking about World of T-Shirts, Joshua Block, saying he got really drunk and violated court. As insane as it is, I think this was an impromptu attempt to frame Josh for what he himself had done, as moments later, this happened. It's hard to hear, but someone calls out saying, "Hey," right before Dan looks away and ends the stream. Most likely, the person calling out for him was a police officer, as later on, it was revealed that this was the moment he was suddenly approached by cops who held and arrested him.
Wait, hold on, bro. Glove up. Put gloves on. You got some extra? I should. So we're gonna take him from the chair, and we'll go across, so we're not fighting on that pillar. So we're gonna go ahead and make contact with him right now. It's hey, buddy, it's okay. It's okay. Relax. Just remember your arrest. I got a warrant for your arrest. Relax. Good handcuffs. Okay, relax. Deep breath. Calm down. We're good.
This same officer informed Daniel that he had 3 standing warrants for his arrest, and that he had been trespassed for life from the mall he was at. I gotta say, these cops were extremely good at handling someone as wiry as Daniel, as when he started rattling off his excuses for not showing up to court, the officer explained to him he just needed to call them to reschedule his appointment, which Daniel claimed he was working on doing. The specific warrant being enforced here was a $20,000 statewide probation violation warrant, but he had 2 others in specific counties that he had been running from. When they got to the station, Daniel asked to speak to a sergeant to complain about the arresting officers being too aggressive with him.
So when I was met with the officers that arrested me, they grabbed both my arms and put them behind my back.
It's called arrest control.
Right.
Okay.
And I feel like it was kind of aggressive.
It may have been a little aggressive.
Yes.
Okay, do you know what kind of warrant you have?
I do, yes.
Okay. Do you think that due to the fact that you have a history of being violent with other people, that maybe that's why they did that?
I just feel like it was aggressive for the meaning of what they were trying to do at that time. I feel like if I was being aggressive, then I feel like that makes sense.
Okay, did you make statements that you were going to shoot up the Aurora Mall?
I did not.
For context, between his previous arrest and this one, an incident took place in which an unidentified troll near Daniel's area noticed that he was loitering at the Aurora Mall, the same mall he was in on the day of his last arrest. This troll proceeded to approach Daniel and douse him with an entire bottle of fart spray.
Wait, just trying.
Yo!
While it's obviously not okay to initiate altercations like this, especially in places like a mall where it can result in damage to the property or harm to Daniel, he responded in an equally not okay fashion.
Dude's freaking out. Holy sh**. Hey, someone get security. This guy's freaking out. So, hey, this guy's freaking out. Someone get security. He's knocking over. Whoa. Hey, back up.
Yo, it's crazy. Sounds like a girl, bro.
You're going to jail. I know security here.
I can't play it here due to YouTube's amazing rules, but Daniel could also be seen hitting himself and heard hitting something else in the background. Following the incident, Daniel made a series of posts to TikTok claiming that he had been doused with pee, a stolen bottle of perfume, as well as alleging that the troll tried to get Daniel to go to his car and hotel forcibly, which is very odd. This incident was quickly absorbed into Dan's delusions, as he made another post saying Bob refused to help his security team and the Vanderwall family and management to protect Daniel from the assault. Despite suffering no injury as a consequence, a day later, Daniel checked himself into a hospital. Yes, you heard right. There was a celebrity in the hospital.
Excuse me. There's currently a celebrity in the hospital.
I don't give a
Dang.
There is currently a celebrity in the hospital. We are asking that the message gets out.
He stayed there briefly, but after he was medically cleared and discharged, he was found sleeping in the lobby. Of course, it was pretty easy to figure out he was fine and was just a homeless person looking to stay inside, but it wasn't so easy to get him to leave the hospital.
You've been harassing me.
I've been asking you politely to leave because you've been discharged.
I want the police to show
He's on
up.
his way up here to escort you out.
I want the police. I don't care. Trespass me from the hospital. That's a violation.
No, it's not. That's me enforcing the hospital's policy and the right to be safe.
So I guess I won't go to any hospital in the state of Colorado. I guess I won't. I guess I will just leave Colorado because you can't trespass me from a hospital if I was a patient.
I certainly can trespass you because you've been discharged. You've been medically cleared.
It's always wonderful to see how lippy he gets when he's arguing with women instead of men. Despite his many intellectual disabilities, he clearly understands when he can get away with this kind of behavior. It's also funny to see him randomly bringing up leaving the state of Colorado because he's aware of his warrants and has probably been thinking about leaving to avoid his legal troubles. His tone noticeably changes when a guy, probably security, joins the conversation.
But you're waiting for the bus. You need to be at the bus stop, waiting for the bus.
And the bus stop, I know exactly where it is. It's
Okay, we're not gonna argue. You already told me to leave, right?
right.
So we leave immediately, or you leave with me now?
But
So sorry,
You
I'm
or
listening.
go with me, your choice.
why would I go with you?
We're done, but because you're trespassing.
I'm not trespassing at all. I was a patient.
I'm not gonna argue with you. You're trespassing. It's time to go now, or you're gonna end up in the jail. Your choice.
I don't understand because I was a patient. I got discharged.
You've been discharged and you were sleeping. You were told to leave.
I wasn't sleeping in the lobby at all.
Because I was there, so it's time to go now.
I wasn't sleeping in the lobby at all.
Okay.
And I told you I was
Time to
waiting
go now, or
for.
I'm about to put you in handcuffs and take you to jail.
You can't do that because you like literally
Okay, so you're
can't.
under arrest for trespassing.
No, I'm
Are
not.
you ready to go?
No, I'm not because I'm leaving.
He's so
But
good.
just as Daniel was about to get out of one of these trespass situations without getting himself in even more legal trouble, we can see the tongue of rage emerge from its dark crevice. And this is what he does next.
And they previously wouldn't even give me a bus ticket. They were telling me to call Bob and get him to come pick me up. I guess I'll plan a mash on the place. Holy treat me that way. I'll treat him with disrespect. Daniel McDougall guy, the secret investigator guy, he thought I could actually make a bomb. I don't even know how to use fireworks. Are you kidding me? And the guy wants to come up to my family and say that I was making a bomb just because I was famous. Like, what the Maybe I should go to Bob's house and actually with a gun and a bomb and bomb his house because I have a right to defend myself. Apparently I can't self-defend myself, but I think I'm gonna call Bob and I'm gonna leave him a long voicemail about if he doesn't give me $3,000.